allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Update from the advisory.
Maybe it's working. Maybe it's just the light that is.
I don't. Jeez. What are they doing back there? Update from the student advisory. Who's here tonight?
I don't see anyone, Mr. Mayor, so I would move to continue on with the agenda if that pleases the committee.
Sounds good to me. Superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a reminder for everyone that, snowy days, snowy nights forced the cancellation of our guest speaker, Mr. Chris Sullivan, on December 3rd. We did secure a second date, and we are notifying parents. We've already put it out on the district app. We've put it out on email and also on Facebook. Our new date is January 27th, and Mr. Sullivan will be able to meet with students during the day and as well as host the community at night. We'll send updated calendar home along to parents along with communication with the March date we changed with the primary election. We actually did that at the last meeting. Just to notify school committee members, I did send an email, but on January 21st, we have scheduled a school committee workshop at 3 p.m. in the superintendent's conference room to review the updated superintendent's evaluation and continue to work on the committee goals. Our enrollment update. Since January 1st, we have registered or begun to register an additional 26 students at MPS. Our new enrollment stands at 2802. I checked today before 4 o'clock and we were at 4810. So we continue to enroll students. And again, with the statement of interest, so the MSBA, which is the School Building Authority, they've released their period where you can put in a statement of interest for any new construction. My recommendation to the committee is, as we are finishing our 4th elementary school, generally the MSBA does not look kindly upon you putting in SOIs while you're in the middle of a construction project. So I don't see it as prudent to apply for anything additional at this point. However, you should know that part of the money that the committee, the city and the committee spent in their feasibility study when we did go through the process looking at the Richer School was that we got several engineering reports about all of the conditions at Richer School. So when we do move forward to put a statement of interest in the future, we have tons of information, including specs on what it would take to rehab the school and rehabilitate and do everything we need to do. Although that would be old information, it's very valuable in a statement of interest to be able to very clearly identify what needs to be replaced and what doesn't. It makes your application to the MSBA stronger. So my recommendation is we continue, we finish completion of our 4th school, and we do not put an SOI in for this year because we have not yet finished our other project. As we did last year, we did 2 reports for our donations. And as we reached January, I attached a report to the back of my school committee report of all the gifts and donations for the first half of the year. I want to thank all the contributors who've made a huge impact with MPS to generate donations of time and money. Altogether, we've taken in $3.3 million in grants, donations, and gifts. A majority of that would be our entitlement grants. And actually, just after the new year, we had taken out an additional $7,000 from DuPont. So when we have our second half of the year report, that will be recognized. But just thank you to everyone who has donated time, money, and allowed the employees of their companies to come in and work with us. And we really appreciate it. And that's my report for tonight.
Any questions for the superintendent? Any questions? Mrs. Matthews.
Excuse me. I'd like to make a motion to move item 9C.
Motion made and seconded to move up item 9C. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Carries. I don't know if Mr. Galloני, or the solicitor, or
All the above.
if the committee has any questions, but
We have before you a proposal for solar panels to be put on the roof of the high school, Kane School, Jarrick School, and the new school. So we've already presented to City Council, and it's contingent upon the vote of the school committee in order to proceed.
questions from the committee? Hennessy.
The only question, oh God, sorry. The only question I had was just asking about the date, because I recognized that at the beginning, it was like a 2015 start on the contract, and I just was kind of curious as to why was it beginning so long ago, and
So that contract is a draft, and that date, I haven't seen that date, but go ahead, I'll let Jason.
Good evening, Jason Grossfield, City Solicitor. Just to supplement on what Mr. Galloni was saying, so the whereas clause that you were referencing relates to, there's a separate contract with Power Consortiums, which is a consortium that actually procures the different solar providers who might provide the service. So that is a contract that changes over time, but that's not, this contract will be a straight 20-year term. Once it's signed, it'll go for 20 years.
okay, thank you. I appreciate the clarity.
Other questions from the committee?
I just have one about the timing. Are all these projects going to be going on at the same time, on all the roofs at the same time?
So once we have the agreement signed, then Mr. Shortsleeve will start scheduling everything. So it's going to take time. I would have to ask him as far as the exact schedule.
Good evening, I'm Matt Shortsley with Select Energy. Thank you. Usually, we're not doing them all at the same time. We typically go one building to another within a municipality.
Do you have any idea, if everything went right, how long that would take from start to finish?
Probably 2 to 3 weeks of mechanical installation, and then electricians tying things together for another 1 or 2 weeks. And we may move an installation crew from, does a couple weeks, maybe, imagine Kane starts first, then go to Jaworek, and the electricians would trail them, so that the tie-in work versus the kind of laying the racking and the panels would kind of just fast follow it. So we tend to keep people in the same area if we can and move them around efficiently.
Hey, thank you.
Sure thing.
Ms. Matthews.
Two questions. One was piggybacking on Ms. Hennessy's question on that, the whereas part. So that's renewed every 6 months with the consortium?
Through the chair, so I believe those are 3-year agreements that they generally are, but they do get renewed. So for example, even between the two drafts that came before the school committee, the dates have changed.
Yeah, because it was December 31st, 2019, and now it's June 30th, 2020, so.
Correct.
Okay. And then the second thing, in reviewing, I didn't go line by line, even though the committee would probably expect me to. But the photos of the locations have some wrong labels for streets. So Poirier Drive on the high school one is marked as Boston Scientific Way, and that's about a quarter mile away, I guess. And on Jarwick, Stacy Road says it abuts Jarwick, and it doesn't. So I don't know if that needs to be corrected, but.
Through the chair, we're going to do a final review of all the documents before, of course. It's a good question. And we'll do a final review and make sure the maps line up.
Yeah, spelling, yeah.
Any other questions from the committee?
No.
Entertain a motion?
Motion to approve the agreement for the lease of solar power on our.
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any further discussion? Ms. Hennessy.
Just assuming that we'll get a copy back once everything's been changed and revised to bring it up to speed, right?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Any other comments, questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Assistant Superintendent.
Thank you. As you know, January 21st is a professional development day in the district. I want to update you on the plan for the kindergarten through grade 5 teachers on this day. On professional development days, staff usually have access to choice sessions. In November, I noted that all K-4 teachers attended a targeted workshop focused on the STEAM integration plan and how STEAM is embedded in our new elementary science units. This training will continue on the 21st with the introduction of the new science units and a STEAM challenge for each grade level. These units and the STEAM challenges will be taught in all K-4 classrooms by the end of the year. In addition to the workshops planned in the morning, the afternoon agenda has been modified for all kindergarten through grade 5 staff. The morning science training will be extended into the afternoon. During this time, the 5th grade staff will attend a morning choice session, followed by a workshop with the elementary ETLs and assistant principals. The 5th grade session will focus on topics such as student support team protocols and the discipline referrals at the elementary schools. This session will also allow the 5th grade an opportunity to ask questions of elementary building leaders. Finally, at 1:15, all 2020-21 teaching staff will attend staff meetings with their new elementary principals for the first time. Thank you.
Any questions? Ms. Hennessy?
Thank you. Just a quick question, was the remainder for Wickham and high school? I'm just curious as to what the PD's planned kind of for those
So
groups.
I sent out the choice catalog
Okay.
yesterday for the rest, and I will be presenting that to you with my next
Okay.
report next month. But we do have 10 pages of choices for
Okay.
everyone else, a variety throughout.
Okay. And then with the 5th grade sessions, will that be held over at Wickham, or will they? Because it looks like you're trying to do much more integration of the elementary groupings, and so I was just kind of curious how that was gonna.
So the 5th grade will have choice sessions, the same as all secondary staff in the morning.
Right.
Followed by, there'll be one joint meeting with all 5th grade staff and all of the current ETLs and assistant principals, because we don't have them yet for the new building. But it's a question and answer. Basically, this is what we perceive could be different, a challenge, things to think about, and ask questions of those administrators. They've already had one session with elementary principals. At 1:15, we will use the 3 current buildings, and then Amy, the new elementary principal, will have her own staff meeting at another location, special for all of her K-5 teachers in one place. So everyone will see who will be their new colleagues for next year, who their new team members will be. It's an exciting launch
Yeah.
for the new school year.
Sounds great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Thank you very much. The minutes of November 26, 2019.
Motion to accept as presented.
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion?
Just
Ms.
one
Bodenheim.
spelling
Yeah.
correction, which I will get to.
Okay.
Motion made and seconded to approve as amended. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carries. December 10, 2019.
Motion to approve?
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Business professional.
No, public.
Oh,
Public
Oh.
participation.
Public participation. Any public participation? Public participation. Seeing none. Now we'll do the.
Thank you, Jane, for waiting.
No problem. Good evening, everyone. I'm just here to let you know or ask you if it's okay if I take 25 students and myself and another chaperone to the annual State Leadership Business Professionals of America Academic Conference that will be held on February 29th. It's leap year, so we're starting early this year, starting in February. February 29th, which is a Saturday, the Sunday, and an excused absence for the students on Monday, where we hold the award ceremony.
And it's
Question?
just in Framingham.
Yes, it is, at the Sheraton Tara, as it has been for the last 15 years, at least, that I know of.
Motion to approve.
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion?
Oh, just one thing. I noticed, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
I noticed in the packet that it said that the students will come back to talk to us, which we don't usually do, but I think is a great idea.
Yes, it's in there.
Is that,
Yes.
is that something new we're doing this time?
Yes.
Good,
Okay.
love it, thanks.
All right, excellent. Thank you.
A motion
we
to
have to vote.
approve. All those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jane.
The MHS cheerleaders competing in the national championship.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The MHS cheerleading squad is requesting to travel to Dallas, Texas for the NCAA High School Nationals. The MHS cheerleaders qualified for the opportunity and have raised funds to support their efforts. The team has competed in similar events in the past few years, and the student athletes have a tremendous experience. So the recommendation is that the Marlborough High School cheerleading team be granted approval by the school committee to attend the 2020 NCAA High School Nationals on January 31st through February 3rd, 2020. I did read through this. I also noticed that one of the chaperones would be our very own SRO, Mr. Luterio. So I felt very comfortable with the chaperone ratio with the students after reading this. And Mr. Brzezinski did put a very nice letter in here to Mr. Riley to give his credence to the event and say how important it is for them. So.
Motion to approve.
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carries.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Purchase, acceptance of donations and gifts, Alliance Energy, Whitcomb School STEM, $500.
Motion to approve.
Motion made and seconded to approve. All those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Life Touch School Photos, Jarrick School, $1768.40. Whitcomb School, $1534.60. Early Childhood Center, $486.
Motion to approve.
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carries. DuPont Services Company, Whitcomb STEM Week, $7,000.
Motion to approve.
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Donor's Choice, Early Childhood Center, Miss Lamarche's Classroom, $417.14.
Motion to approve.
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Reports of school subcommittees. Any reports? Ms. Hennessy?
Thank you. Just wanted to not let it slip by that there were policies that were in the December 10th meeting that will be moving forward the next meeting for us to actually vote on. I think just with me being away, it had happened a while ago. I think just we didn't get our act together on making sure they were on this meeting, but now you have time to review and we can get them in front of Dan, so that's good. And then secondarily, we're gonna have a policy meeting tomorrow morning. So there'll be additional things coming up and we will advise you of it, but there you go. Thank you.
The meeting's here. Is the meeting here?
Thank you very much. Ms. Matthews?
I'm going to throw it under subcommittee because it's a question regarding contracts. I would like to put our contracts on our website under the school committee tab. They're public records.
The union contract.
The union contracts, yep. And I just want to, I guess, put it out there if anybody has an opposition or a concern. They're public record, and I think they should be part of our
Yep.
information, so.
Does anyone have any questions, concern, or opposition to putting them out on the website?
We thought we already did put them out there. We're gonna check.
Okay.
We think we have them under the HR tab, but we're gonna check and we'll let you know. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. But if not, no one has any opposition to doing that. Good,
Great.
good,
Thank you.
good idea.
Thank you.
Any other reports? Seeing none, members forum. I just want to start off by recognizing our new member. Thank you very much for joining us. Great to have you on board, Dan. So. Well, how do we put that? Returning member, how's that? But welcome aboard. Any other members? Ms. Hennessy?
Thank you. I just wanted to at least, seriously. Okay, I'll sit back here. I just wanted to.
Tonight back there.
I apologize that I wasn't being here in the States for the inauguration. It looked like you all had a wonderful event. But I did go by City Hall and did have the official swearing in so that I can sit here with you all. So sign my paperwork, I'm official.
We're privileged to have you here.
Thank you, sir, I appreciate that. Any questions? No?
Any other members? Ms. Bonahenja?
So, as you all know, I'm on the board of MASC, and the executive board and some of the other members of the board every year go to the National School Boards Association Annual Conference, and I was hoping to attend this year. In order to do that, though, we needed to find some money in the budget, and I spoke with superintendent, and apparently there is some money in his portion of the training budget that can cover it. So I guess I felt like we needed to run it by everyone else first, just to make sure that no one has a problem with it. But the conference is the first weekend in April in Chicago.
Is that like the national cult meeting?
It is. It's exactly what it is.
What do they learn on that
It's
one?
the cults from all 50 states. And like the Virgin Islands comes too.
Wow.
It's amazing. So, and I
Great.
commit to coming back and thoroughly briefing everyone on what I learned there, which ties us into the plan that we had to brief each other on what we taught, what we learned at the conference. And do we still want to do that? I know we put it out there, and then the holidays
We just
quit.
neglected to.
Yeah.
I'm ready, remember?
You're prepared. So maybe next time
Yep.
we can brief each other. But great, thank you.
Any other members? Seeing none.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor? Opposed? Carries. Thank you very much.